What's up, LC heads? Very pleasant surprise today. REI is running completely different for me. So I did upgrade his weapon. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but we'll see. Specifically, for those of you that watched my video of me getting REI out of the box, I didn't put any debuffs on him, and I think that was my problem. So as soon as I got that straightened out, he started performing better. And I was like, you know what? When I did that recording, I went in there and there was a couple mages, and it was just fucking brutal. We wasted our whole kit. We could not get one skill off. We really couldn't. If you guys go watch that vid, it's very plain to see. I pointed out very quickly that these mages are just absolutely destroying REI. There's not a damn thing he can do. He was getting flinched left and right. So I was like, well, now that I got some debuffs on him and stuff, right, I still don't have an ailment on him that he's going to start with, but I at least have debuffs on him. I'm accessing more damage cap. Let's see how he runs now, right? Here he is. As far as equipment goes, there is the spear. It's just giving more damage over that claw. It is also giving anti-soldier slash sniper type effect. I don't think that's helping with these mages. Like specifically, it is helping though because the other claw had much less attack, like 100 less than this, right? But it was poisoning, and then you got a plus 50% boost to damage to things that are poison. But regardless, this was a 7-star spear, so I was like, you know what, we got to get it since we have access to it. Why not? And why not put it on him, right? It's the arc that came with him. Also, having a spear, we have some very badass abilities for spears. It's a spear style, I forget what it's called, but it gives you a piercing effect, and it gives you something else kind of like bundled together for 8 or 9 SC. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's pretty awesome for spears. I'm going to see if I can play around with that later. Other than that, though, we got the Shogatsu Omujiki. Good things and bad things happen. Well, for REI, this is good things and good things happen. Because if anything bad happens to REI, like a debuff or an ailment, that's good for him, actually. So, and then of course we have the alcohol, which is giving us a debuff. It's also, it's giving us drain. So that's what he's looking like. He's still around 70 SC, but I actually have a better idea of what to use the SC on. So I think that's helping, obviously. Take a quick look at what I got. I'll actually scroll to the very bottom this time. Right, some skill 1 breakthrough, just kind of trying that out because it's new. I did put there on him because that's giving you more to break if you're hitting an elemental weakness, right? And it's new. It's like more break for enemies, or more break for units that are hitting an attribute weakness, and enemies more likely to faint. You know, that's awesome. The break 50% though is really great, and REI's probably going to be hitting a weakness since he can Impral lightning so much, right? You're instantly getting cut by 20, and then whatever else the party's bringing, or even he can bring, right? You could put weaken on REI, so he could really get somebody's resistance down. There is very applicable, right? Other than that, we have some, I threw breaker on him. Why not? Why not? Advanced aim vitals. And again, this is just stuff I'm playing around with. Demon Lord's Awakening. I think this is really good for him. Strength and intelligence plus 10%. But battle start, Blazer and Latisma effect on unit. So this is just great because of the debuff that this is giving you when you start the fight. It's totally worth it for him. I think that's helping me a lot. I was even wondering, I'm like, did they actually tune REI up a little bit? Like, since I made my first video, he does have Berserker on him. Why not? Why wouldn't REI be Berserking? He's Evil Ray. It just seems like it would go with the theme. Helps get rid of some of those hit points. Right. We have some Giant Killing. Savage Strike. Probably take Giant Killing off. It's not really going to matter here. We got Savage Strike. I like Tempest Dragon Blessing. Strength 10% is alright, but the physical damage taken minus 15%. I really like that, so I like Tempest Dragon Blessing. We have Thunder High Drive. And that's it. That's all he has on him right now. I don't even have the new, like, Thunder Mega Drive or whatever the new one is. I don't have it on him yet, so don't even really have room for it. He's only at 70 SC. But this is where he's at. This is what I'm running him with, right? So let's see how he does against these mages. And obviously I'm running this arc just to give a little bit more damage cap. It is nice to see when Ray can get like damn near to 40,000 per hit. That's pretty nice. Because the other Ray, he's doing like half of that. So now that we got our debuff game up, I have been seeing much better damage. Enough to honestly change my opinion of this character. For sure. For sure. So I will say now after this, this is probably going to be the Ray that I'm running. Alright, we are still going to drop that awesome anima. And what do we got? Soldiers, a medic, and an anarchist. I want to go for the anarchist. So we ran out of the black hole. Also something I've noticed, the basic attacks, Ray's extra damage, extra thunder damage, is the fucking shit, son. Like, Ray can be hitting you with his claws for like 9,000-10,000 damage, but that extra lightning damage is going to hit you for like 30,000. 30,000. It's so nice just to have that stacked on top of his basic attack. Just something I've been noticing makes his basic attack actually pretty effing lethal. So that's another huge point that I have to give him that I didn't really notice, right? So let's see. He's gonna cast some spells, right? I'm trying to use skills through the spells. So go ahead. Yeah, I managed to get both of those off. Not bad for the basic attack. Ending in 24,000 just off the basic attack. See, his attack's actually hitting for like 6,000. But we're getting those 25,000s in there. Oh, here we go. Oh, they're medics. They're all medics. Damn it. Well, let's go for the far one. I'll just take these fools out quickly. So I can tell you right now, he wasn't playing like this out of the box. Maybe it's just because I didn't have debuffs on him. Thing is, I still don't have ailment on him. But he does seem to be coping with spells much better. Should be an anarchist here, right? Oh, we'll just smash our way through here and run it again. Because there is a wave here where there's all anarchists, and they will just keep casting spells on you. And it's a really good way to see if, like, magic is absolutely shredding you. And it was. When I ran that level, I think I was only up against 2 anarchists, and they absolutely wrecked Ray. Like, it was it was absurd. We wasted an entire kit, and yeah, we couldn't get anything off. So that's not happening now, ladies and gentlemen. Like, not even close, not by a landslide. So I don't know if, let's see. Yeah. During skill, special attack, chance to deal thunder extra damage whenever taking 5% boost break and thunder cap. It would be Ravening. Nullify crits, great. When unit has a debuff and or status ailment, damage taken minus 30%, chance to nullify flinch from magic attacks. Oh, okay, so, alright. Yeah, I was wrong about REI. So we have, just from having debuffs on you, and or status ailments, chance to nullify flinch from magic attacks. Yeah, my bad, I was wrong about that. I thought you actually had to have a status to, like an ailment status, to be able to evade magic attacks. That is not the case. So that is why there's such a huge performance difference, right? I literally was running REI out of the box without activating Ravening at all, because like I didn't have him set up to start off with debuffs. So that is a huge game changer right there. Just make sure REI has some sort of debuffs on him, and the game will provide you with these naturally, right? But I thought you specifically had to have an ailment on you in order to dodge the magic. I'm wrong about that. I was wrong about that. So that makes REI much better. I was like, that makes that just that much more accessible. And yeah, I've been accessing it without any problem, just from starting with a debuff, a minus to my strength, a minus to my, put something on him that gives, that cuts his intelligence, right? REI's not casting spells. No big deal. So the other thing I want to do with REI is, because he's not using his MP, you could obviously use it for Sharp Eyes or whatever, and just give him more damage. Okay, yeah, that fire spell is not interrupting us. Either is that black hole. Awesome. Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe I'll use his MP for, what is it? Oh, it's not Hydra Shell, is it? The one that gives you halves the damage that you take for like 3 MP at a time. Something like that. Just that way. I don't know how I feel about that, right? Because we also want REI to lose some of his health and to take some damage and to heal it up so that he can get his damage cap and everything up, because he's going to get another stack of damage cap and damage for every 5% of his hit points that he loses at a time. So I also, Spirit of Ifrit is like a thing. It's like another rage. It's like another berserk ability. You're taking less fire damage and you're doing more damage, but you're taking continuous hit point drop. So is berserk, right? And we do have berserk on this REI. Speaking of berserk REI, let's look at those stats. Alright, so just from this cut strength, cut intelligence, cut defense, just from these status downs, I'm already flinch proof to magic. So it's like a world of a difference in here fighting these mages. Oh, and we're blind now. We are blind now, so we're good to go. We got even more damage cap. So yeah, this kind of does change things with REI. He is going to be a powerhouse now, just in the thick of it, right? Dealing with the worst bosses that are throwing all the worst breaks and locking your whole team up with some kind of spell. Well, you can go straight to REI and he can still get damage off and not flinch through those spells, right? So doesn't matter what element it is. He could be throwing a blizzard, he could be throwing dark, he could be throwing earth spells. While the rest of your team's pinned down, REI might be able to throw some claws and do enough damage to finish the boss off, or he's gonna be good for helping your party break. He does have some great break features already built into him, and obviously there works very well for him. And if you can manage to get his paid weapon, I didn't even get his accessory, I just got the weapon. And man, that accessory looks pretty good. It's gonna let him come back to life once. So I'd have to get that thing and test it and see if it keeps his stacks or if it works or if they reset when he dies. It says he doesn't lose them between waves, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm like 10 pulls away from either getting that item or choosing a prism of REI, so I'm really going to have to think about that. Obviously, I know I'm not running him with the best accessory slots right now because I'm just trying things out, right? So probably both of those accessories are going to get changed out. Right? Because yeah, if I'm already starting the fight with a debuff and I am from Evil Lord's Will or whatever it is, then I'm already having a chance to not flinch through magic. So I can take these off and I can put different accessories on him, obviously. So I'm going to have to check all that out too. I'm also noticing the Shogatsu Omijuki, it does not proc. It's not really procking. So that's another reason I have this thing on here, is because like I really haven't seen it proc. So I'm like, do I just need to run something? Does it only have a chance of procking like every 30 seconds? Maybe it doesn't work right? It's one of those things where like an item like this could be bugged and nobody would ever even notice it, right? Unless they're specifically trying to do something with it and they're like, yo, this thing like never procs. So that's another reason why I got this set up like this. And the village alcohol, I just think it's funny that REI has alcohol. I don't know what else to say about it, but we got to keep evil REI drunk, right? All right. So, yeah, my opinion of REI has definitely changed. I was like running him completely wrong. And hey, that happens. My bad about that. He does seem to be pretty powerful. But if you're having your doubts, hold on to your lapis. We should have a collab right around the corner. I do feel a collab. So, yeah, that's my official opinion. That's all it is, folks. So, best of luck to everybody. Thank you for all your support. And I will see you on the next one. Later.